Yo, what's up, everybody? Hope you're doing all right. Happy Monday, October 7th. Whew, whew. Fall is here. Spooky season is upon us. You guys know what you're going to be for Halloween yet? I don't. Hopefully, we'll get that squared away here in the next couple weeks. Got a big week planned. I'm not really sure the full schedule of the show this week. It is a karate combat week, so Wednesday I'm going to be flying to Salt Lake City. I will be there the rest of the week after that. So, I mean, the whole point is to go there and do a shitload of content. And so if I can go live, I definitely will. If it's pre-recorded stuff from the event venue, hanging out with fighters, people on the staff, community, whatever it may be, expect a lot of that the rest of the week. And if I can do the streams, my goal is to bring the mobile setup. So if I can do the streams in the afternoon, I will absolutely do that. I will be definitely doing the morning show every day, with the exception of part of Wednesday when I fly, because my flight's at 10:30. So I may have to miss out for like the last 15-20 minutes of it or whatever. But I'll be there for the rest of it. So that is something to do, with the rest of this show for the rest of the week. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a fantastic freaking weekend. We flew into Buffalo, went to a wedding for my wife's cousin. So we got to see some family that we have not seen in a very long time. We took one of the best family photos that we have taken, I think, since we've become a family of three. So I was very excited about that. It happened to also be my daughter's 3rd birthday. So we got a fantastic birthday photo. Now I've also got a huge dilemma, because I think my daughter now thinks every year for her birthday, we're going to go on a big trip and have a big fancy party, because the wedding happened to also be on her birthday. And the bride, Maggie, she was amazing. A lot of people were joking about, it being Emmy's birthday party. And so, she had a great time. That was fun. So we had a good time. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Make sure you smash the like button on your way. And if you're watching X, hit the heart, do the things. Let's grow the community here in the afternoon. Lee, I'm super excited. I think, I got myself into what we're going to do is we're going to go through some news, like we always do. And then we'll get into some numbers. As you guys know, that's kind of the flow of the show. But we've been building that 5K portfolio. Did a little bit of damage in the leverage trade world over the weekend, added to what we've got there in the portfolio. So had a big 41% gain on a Bitcoin long, and then today hit like a 9 or 10% long on something just before the show here. So things are looking good. We'll go through some of those numbers, but right now our portfolio is looking all right. We got a few things that are still down, but the good thing is that we are up 43% on just our stable coin allocation alone. So that's good. We ended up leverage trading with it as opposed to letting it just sit there. So we'll figure out what's going on with it. But big weekend. What's going on? Let me check the chat here. I see we got the crew. We got Greg, my guy. What's up, fam? Good to see you. We got Brian, Mike Lowry, Blocky, Mike Volmer, Ramon Banticourt. What's up, fam? Mike, the modern Canadian, my guy. Appreciate you guys. Make sure, let me know, Mike, are you doing Web3 gaming? I like a fucking bozo. Completely spaced it last week. I think I was, and I probably went to bed early or whatever, but I woke up on Thursday morning with one of those, what was I supposed to do last night? I totally forgot something, and it ended up being the gaming night. And so I know that was a lot of fun from what I understand, and I do not want to miss this week, even though I'll be out of town on a Wednesday. I definitely will check it out. All right. Little water. Anybody else in the chat that I miss? Who was first today? Blocky got the gold medal. Good job. A lot of mics. Here we go. But shout out to you guys. Yeah, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you guys are definitely interested in checking out the Web3 Breakfast Show, that is Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, but at 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Mike has been spearheading the Web3 gaming night, so make sure you check it out. And he's doing it, with Web3, kind of the Web3 branding, but it's, he's doing a Web3. Well, that was a weird noise right outside the window. A Web3 gaming thing. So check it out. Love to see the community grow. And I know that they had a lot of fun last week. Played if I'm not mistaken, Jackbox and maybe something else. You can let them know down in the chat what you guys were playing, maybe what the plan is for this week. But that goes along with, the Wednesday show on Web3 Breakfast. As in case you guys are not familiar, We kind of do like a themed day every week, right? So today, Monday, is our special partnership with Crypto Mag. So I am the voice behind the Crypto Mag account, and then we got Mr. Jude, who's the voice behind the Web3 Breakfast account. That is our Monday morning market updates powered by Crypto Mag. And then on Tuesdays is NF Tuesdays, Wednesdays is Web3 Gaming, and Thursdays is we split the sometimes the duty between RWAs and the Bitcoin ecosystem. So when I say that, I mean like ordinals, stamps. From what I'm coming to understand, are probably more long-term solution than ordinals or some of the other protocols that are up. So that is Thursday, and then Fridays, as you know, pizza for life, baby. So we do our pizza parties on Fridays. So if you ever want to tune in, man, 9 a.m. And ladies, excuse me, 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. So shout out to my community there. I have two names, and neither of them Brian. There's a couple Brians. I feel like a couple Brians in the conglomerate community of all of the NWF folks. We'll see though. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you smash that like. Do yourself a favor. All right. Smash that like, hit the heart. Let's see. What's the demographic here? We got, yes, as normal, we got the big influx of folks over on X. Shout out to the X crew. Make sure you guys just hit the heart. It's really easy. Turn your phone. We'll do like a little demo halfway through if that works for you guys. But let's get in some of these news articles so that we can get over to the numbers. I know that's the most important thing we want to look at. And then we're going to look at the trade, see what the portfolio is looking like. And then I've got an order in at, let's see, Bitcoin right now on Phoenix is 63.3, excuse me, 63.3, and I've got an order sitting at 62.276. So I need like $1,000 drop to scoop my order up. Let's go. I mean, it did it once today. Like, there's no reason that it can't do it again. You know what I mean? All right. So we're having fun getting back into the trading thing. If you guys are trading, let me know. What are you guys trading? I really only trade Bitcoin. It's what I'm doing right now. It's easy for me to only pay attention to the one, and I'm having a lot of fun getting back into it. All right, let's look at some of these articles. If you guys were paying attention to the news, this came out, I believe it was this morning, or it might have been yesterday afternoon on some publications. UAE scraps crypto transaction taxes. Will the U.S. follow the same? We will see. I highly doubt it. I mean, our country is a little bit more greedy, I feel like. The UAE FTA exempts citizens and companies from the VAT, which I believe is the value-added tax, if I'm not mistaken. The value-added tax, yep, on transferring and converting virtual assets, including crypto. Here we go. This was in a tweet from the Crypto Times just in. This was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Fund managers should evaluate whether their services qualify for the VAT service exemption and how it affects their VAT recovery. The change is in line with the government's plan to create a favorable climate for the development of crypto-related companies and entities. Meanwhile, here we love to just push innovation away. We just want to stifle the shit out of it. That's why I've tweeted. I said packing my bags. That's right. It was yesterday afternoon. Oh man, now I can't even remember when that tweet was. So I got to go look, or else it's going to drive me crazy. I believe it was yesterday. Now, I believe it was yesterday. Here we go. Yep, 20 hours ago. Okay. Sometimes the days blend together, and I get up early. I go to sleep early, and I'm tweeting here and there, tweeting there. I forget when these things go out sometimes. But given the proactive approach to UAE, the U.S. may want to revisit its regulations and tax policies on crypto. Suppose the next election result in the formation of a government willing to implement reforms. Well, we know, like, that's one of the really good things that we know about, Trump, his plan. He's in NFTs, he's in crypto, he's got World Finance or whatever the company that the Trump family is coming together with. They've got that. Got JD Vance, who is a holder of cryptocurrency. I believe it's Bitcoin and Ethereum. He's got about $1 million between the two of those, if I'm not mistaken. And then obviously, the integration with Elon Musk and how, familiar and pivotal his, role in this Web3 ecosystem is. So, with that being said, the next administration in line should be the Trump administration. And with that being said, the next step on that is that it's going to be very pro crypto. And if you've got, and again, it's going to be really tough to see if we can follow the lead on that with this crypto taxes exemption thing. I feel like it would be a slam fucking dunk if we could do it. I don't know if the greed is just too much or not. I know, but what do you guys think? I'm going to open up the chat here, and I'm going to get better at looking at the chat in the morning. It's just, I'm usually a little bit farther away, and then the conversation is a little bit more engaging. But I will start checking out the chat a little bit more, and we'll integrate that more into the conversation. So, but let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that if the Trump, and because I don't really care what the stance that the Harris administration is going to have on crypto, because we know they're not pro crypto. So let's not have that conversation. Mike says, I honestly think nothing will change unless they have a mass exodus from the USA because of this. I mean, there's a good chance. I mean, there's a lot of people that are talking about this, and not just like individuals. I mean, I think a lot of companies probably would be thinking about it too. Like, shit, if you were, launching a startup and you had the ability to save yourself potentially millions of dollars, like, it's a no-brainer, right? From what we understand, yeah, maybe the lifestyle's a little different, but I mean, from everything that I've heard, there's like no crime in Dubai. There is, you could leave your cell phone in your wallet and a stack of cash at the, you've seen this stuff on Twitter, where you leave some of your valuables at a table, walk away, and you don't ever have to worry that they're gone. Right? That's kind of like a different, it's a different lifestyle than we have here. It's it probably makes you feel a little bit better about your surroundings, and who knows. Maybe there will be a mass exodus of people to the UAE because of this. The more and more that we stifle innovation, the more and more that we come up with stupid fucking ideas like taxing unrealized gains. I mean, people will just say, you know what, like, not even interested in this anymore. Like, I'm taking my money elsewhere. We already know that they fumble the bag on just about everything our government does. So why in the world would we be willing to pay our hard earned money? Some of us are, some people just trade a little bit here and there, or some people get lucky, and some people work really hard, but why should you have to trade whatever that, was for the crypto that you've made to pay taxes to a government that's not even doing the right thing right now? I would love if the US followed suit on there. I think that would be great. And so let's see, anybody else there? The rich are leaving the UK. That's what Bitcoin Brian said in the chat. Blocky a bet. Let's go. I know that there's been talk about like getting rid of the IRS. There's been talk about, eliminating some of these agencies that are, excess. That would be, hey, if we could just do our crypto thing and not worry about taxes for a while, let's get it. I'm on board. I know you guys are too. Smash the freaking like if you want no taxes on your crypto. Smash that like. we got almost 100 of you guys watching the show. Smash the like. If you want no taxes on your crypto, it's a big deal. Here's a little news article about crypto exchange FTX liquidation. They plan to receive the court approval. FTX received court approval of its bankruptcy plan on Monday, which will allow it to fully repay customers using $16 billion in assets recovered since the once leading crypto exchange collapse. You out of here, dog? All right, man. AJ's out of here. U.S. bankruptcy judge John Dorsey approved the wind down plan at a court hearing in Wilmington, where wasn't it like a certain percent of it that was not going to be the full thing, or was that the Celsius one? That might be the Celsius one. Make like smashing great again. Love that. I don't care what you smash. I don't care. You could smash your watermelon. You could smash your girlfriend. I don't care. Make sure you smash the like button. Come on now. Do me a solid. FTX's plan will pay its customers at least 118% of the value in their accounts as of November 2022, the date that the company filed for bankruptcy. Wow, okay. FTX said that result was a victory for creditors made possible by its ability to recover cash and crypto assets that had gone missing during the company's chaotic collapse. The company also raised additional funds by selling off other assets, including in investments in tech companies like the artificial intelligence startup Anthropic. Customers they've got a mixed bag of reactions here. Talk about SBF sentence. Man, that's pretty interesting. I'm going to have to look more into this, but 122% of what your balance was, 118%, excuse me, The plan is to pay customers at least 118% of the value in their account as of November 2022. Whew, that's a pretty solid deal. Wow. Go Bears. Shout out to the Bears. Man, what are we 3-2? Let's look at this up real quick. 4-2. Chicago Bears, baby. Third in the NFC North. All right. So we got the Jags coming up in London this weekend, I believe. All righty. That's preseason. All right. So we beat Tennessee 1-0, and then we lost to Texans 1-1, lost to the Colts 1-2, beat the Rams 2-2, and then we beat the Panthers yesterday. 3-2, baby. Let's go. And we got the Jags. Corey, I don't know if you're watching, bro. I don't know if you're watching. I hope Corey is watching. If he's not, then I will have to let him know, because I don't want to talk shit about his, behind his team. I'm not talking shit about him. I'm talking shit about his team behind his back. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they suck. Have they even won a game yet? They won their first game yesterday. Yeah. 37-34 against the Colts is what they did. So shout out to my guy Corey. Must be rough this year being a fan of the Jags, but it is what it is. You guys are going to get a whooping from the Bears. Stop, Bears. So there's nothing I can do to get rid of the Bears fan in my blood. Like, nothing. I could literally, if I did move to Dubai, I would still be a Bears fan. I would stay up in the middle of the night to watch a Bears game. Nothing you can do about it. All right. Next article we got here. Well, this is, let's put this back here. Here we go. This one I'm excited about. On Thursday, depending on the storm. And shout out to anybody that is in Florida, Central Florida, looking at that hurricane coming right across the state. Guys, stay safe. Do what you can to make sure that you check in with us. And we've got a couple people that are in that area, looking like it's going to go right across where they live, that are part of the morning breakfast of the show community. And so I want to make sure that everybody that is going to be affected, if there's anything that we can do as a community for you, please let us know. We are here for you. And that it just it sucks that it's just one after the other right now. But hang tight, stay dry if you can, and if you if you need anything, let our community know. We'll do what we can to help everybody out. So, man, I'll tell you what. But speaking of that, that's where I was going with this, is that on Thursday, assuming Gringo can show up, and we've got some other things planned, we are going to be talking about fractal Bitcoin. And we've got some guys that are, and Justin Blends, he's one of the other guys that comes on Thursday to talk about Bitcoin stuff. And so if we've got more Bitcoin ecosystem people that want to lend to the conversation, absolutely would love to have you. So make sure that you tag your friends. If that's you, reach out to me, let me know. But we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin ecosystem. And Gringo likes to say that the DeFi aspect of Bitcoin, and some people think that it was hype that didn't live up to the expectations and it's dead. Gringo's here to tell us otherwise, and we're going to talk about that hopefully this Thursday if we can. If not, we'll talk about something else like RWAs, and then next Thursday, when after the storm and all that stuff, clean up or whatever it needs to be done, we'll be able to maybe check back in with him. But that's all obviously contingent on how things actually go. I'm hopeful that it just flies right over and doesn't impact very, very minimal people if there has to be impact. So that is going to be Thursday. And so here's the article. The future of DeFi is Bitcoin, and developers can't afford to miss it. If you're a developer, you can't afford to miss this. The financial industry is at a tipping point with DeFi leading the charge. Now, while Ethereum has long dominated the DeFi landscape, Bitcoin, the original, the OG, and most trusted crypto, remains underutilized and well-positioned to unlock its untapped potential. Historically regarded as digital gold, Bitcoin is on the verge of proving its far-reaching capabilities in DeFi. We'll see. It's just a questionable thing to me. Like, why do we need? Why can't Bitcoin just be Bitcoin? You know what I mean? It could just be Bitcoin, and then we'll use other crypto for the rest of this stuff. This way, we don't, mess up the clog the system, if you will. I just feel like it's just Bitcoin doesn't need to be everything that crypto is. There can be, just other DeFi. There can be NFTs. There can be DeFi. Yes. All right. There we go. I love the chat. Yeah, Gringo talking about Gringo is the man. We got a great community. Greg, you're awesome. Our seriously, we've got like the best morning community in all of Web3. And there's some pretty cool communities, but it's not that I'm that biased. Like I am extremely biased, of course. And so, but I'm still believing that the community that we are building and developing, and the people that have cultivated some of these amazing conversations are just, we're having such a fantastic time. And so I implore you to check it out one morning if you haven't already, and definitely request to speak. That is one of the things that we love when someone comes up to the stage and says, "Hey, I've never talked in a space before," or this is my first time in a space, all that kind of stuff. I love that. We get that all the time, and so I always hope that people feel very comfortable enough to be able to do that and say that. My ninja foof, let's go. Yes. Carrie. Yeah, Carrie's my guy, dude. Carrie is an amazing human. I got a chance to actually connect and meet him in Toronto when we went out there. I did a little MC work at the Blockchain Futures Conference, and we did like a whole Web3 breakfast hangout where we got, a bunch of the people that live in that Toronto area just to come hang out and party for a couple of days at the conference. And we did a couple other things at some outside events and had a really good time. And Carrie's the man. And he's also kind of he's taken the lead on NF Tuesdays, talking to a lot of different communities and bringing guests and setting things up. And so, man, I'll tell you what, love Carrie, big part of our community, just like all you guys are, man. I mean, even the mods on this channel, like you guys are fantastic. All right, enough flowers. Let's get back to the story so we could get to the numbers. Smash a like, do the things, and let's get some more folks in here before we get to the numbers. Let's go. All right. What was this story even about? Oh, Bitcoin DeFi. All right, we'll talk more about that on Thursday. You guys come to the show. If it's not Bitcoin DeFi on Thursday, it'll be RWAs. It'll still be a great conversation. But you come tomorrow. It's Tuesday. Bitcoin mine. Let's see. Share this tab right here. Bitcoin miner marathons. Ondo unveils tokenization platform. Starts with whiskey. So obviously, you guys, if you heard my story the other day, that I at some point would love to get a whiskey barrel and fractionalize it into NFT portions that then can be burned for a bottle of whiskey. Obviously, there's some distribution woes that come along with this, but we'll still work on it. But someday that'll be a thing. Maybe this guy's figured it out. Let's see what Onduro's got in the RWA world. Let's see, a platform issuing and investing RWAs on Bitcoin. Let's see, what do they say about the whiskey thing? The platform Avant, developed alongside tokenization specialist Vertalo, is planning a pilot project to tokenize whiskey barrels. All right, tokenization, we know what that means. It's where you can fractionalize it all, chop it all up into portions that you can then put into tokens and then trade on the blockchain. If you need more information on that, let me know. But I would assume at this point, most people know what the whole point of what crypto is. If you're watching, and if honestly, if you do have questions, like I'm more just messing, but if you do have questions, please always feel free in reaching out. Here's a quote. We love quotes in our stories. As traditional and decentralized finance continue to converge, we believe Vertalo's work with Onduro will provide comfort to their partners that the durability of the Bitcoin blockchain extends beyond Bitcoin and into real-world assets, says Dave Hendricks, co-founder of Vertalo. Let's see. What else? Do they have anything else about the whiskey? We want to know about the whiskey, damn it. A Bitcoiner who wants tokenized treasury bills can easily accept that via Ondo Finance. Why would we create an Ondo Finance competitor? He said in an interview with CoinDesk. We see the opportunity being in these traditional hard industries that are immediately recognizable, such as American whiskey. Here we go. All right, there's that one. Man, I thought maybe we would hopefully learn how we can make it happen, because I am definitely looking forward to fractionalizing a whiskey barrel at some point. When whiskey in you, ha ha, after the next fight. New IP 7781 to make Ethereum faster by 33%. Plus, Polymarket hits all-time highs in daily trading volumes. That's a nice little throw in there. Let's see. What does this new EIP aim to do? It wants to reduce slot times, which are the time intervals between newly proposed blocks, makes blocks bigger by increasing gas limits, and improve blob, binary large object, transactions capacity, and a temporary form of data structure introduced in EIP 4844 that allowed L2s to settle to Ethereum more cheaply. All right. Proposed by Ben Adams, the co-founder of Iliad Games and Nethermind contributor. EIP 7781 wants to shorten slot times on the L1 from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. All right. There you go. Let's see what happens. Make sure you set your alerts for your EIP 7781 info. You don't want to miss that out. This one is fucking annoying the shit out of me. This fucking guy. In just absolute Bobo news of the year. The guy who lit himself on fire quit the project. And he didn't even sell any fucking coins. That was his biggest regret. Michael was hospitalized with third-degree burns after setting himself on fire for his meme coin. Now, 5 months later, he's done. This is like just like, how can you be so stupid? So this guy, why do these what the fuck is going on with my camera lately? Well, I got this here. Hang on. There. I'm not sure what's happening with that camera battery. God, please. Smash the like if you like live drama. Mic stands coming off desks. All right. Let's try that again. Whew. All right. So I just got, obviously, that was just for me talking trash, was all the difficulties that I just experienced there. But this guy literally, his friend convinced him to light himself on fire. He burned like 30% of his body. He didn't sell his coins. That was, so here we go. A Solana meme coin creator himself set himself on fire as a dare and was hospitalized with third-degree burns in an effort to promote his project, but now he's done with it. So we said that, right? But here's where it says that his only regret was not cashing out when he had the opportunity. How in the world are you just going to light yourself up on fire and not take any profits off the table? Like, that's like, if you don't understand now that you got to take profits because this guy burned himself and he didn't get profits, like, it's frustrating. It's just frustrating. Like, how could you be so fucking stupid? And I'm sorry that I'm saying this, but like, he doused himself with isopropyl alcohol and friends shoot fireworks at him. Quickly, he went up in flames and was rushed to the hospital with 30% of his body. Here's the statement. Here's his tweet. I'm not the daredevil anymore. My name is Michael, and I'm human. I just want to make it out of the trenches like you. I just want to be happy and successful. I just want to be consistent with God and be a positive human being with an outgoing personality that puts smiles on people's faces. There was something else there. We got to go figure out the rest here. Life going to hit you hard, but Lord knows I'll never give up. Study backs against the wall. I mean, I just wouldn't light yourself up on fire. That's just not what I would do. Like, you probably got some different choices to make in your life and should have secured the bag, but you didn't. Sorry, pal. All right. This I didn't even see. We are now a Lego family. So my daughter just turned 3, loves Legos. We've been getting a little sets here and there, building her little collection here. We have a lot of fun. But Lego made the news because they've had to remove a crypto scam from their homepage after getting hacked. The Lego coin appeared. No Lego coin. Our new Lego coin is officially out. Buy the Lego coin today and unlock secret rewards. Not true. There was a buy button and you were taken to a phishing site. Yikes. Man, that's just awful. Lego said in a statement, the issue has been resolved. No user accounts have been compromised and customers can continue shopping as usual. How many people bought the Lego? Went to the Lego coin thing though. Lego coin first appeared on Lego's homepage 1 a.m. UTC on October 5th, was removed approximately 75 minutes later. Let's see. They are in Denmark. I did not know Lego was a Denmark-based company. Lego, someone popped your site and changed the main page. It directs to a crypto site and account that is almost definitely not you guys. Very interesting. I wonder if how many people fell victim to that. There's no statistics, so we don't know. We'd have to find some other articles. We'll have to see if there's anybody else that fell victim to that. That's tough, man. That's tough. All right. This was a Forbes article. We love Forbes. That says anything Web3. We just like when Web3 makes the mainstream news. And if you make Forbes, maybe it's important. We'll have to find it out. But democratizing finance, how Web3 bridges the gap for the underbanked. Bank the unbanked. It's the whole point of crypto, right? At least that was the message that we thought was important, but it's not. It's not. We don't really want to introduce, man. Anyway. We banked the unbanked. We're so excited. Let's see. Is there anything? Whatever. Let's see. Forget that article. I don't even want to talk about that stuff anymore. Let's talk about what we got going on the rest of the week. Let's go. Wednesday, flying to Utah, Salt Lake City, not only for Karate Combat, but they got permissionless going on at the same time. Going to be going on the 9th through the 11th. So if you are coming out there for Karate Combat, you should also be checking out permissionless. And if you're coming out for permissionless, your ticket gets you into Karate Combat. If I'm not mistaken, that's usually what happens. And I believe that, this is probably something that we can continue to expect, is to see Karate Combat happening around crypto events, which I absolutely love. As someone who fought in a Karate Combat event, IFC, in Austin during Consensus, and having been to some Karate Combat events that were, neutral sites, not during crypto conferences, the energy is a whole nother level. And I am so excited to watch this organization grow and be a part of it. So I'll be out there creating some content this week, guys. So stay on the lookout for that. But while we're out there, going to be doing some permissionless stuff. So I will be there. So if you are at permissionless, make sure you let me know. Usually the first person that I've run into will have a beer. And that first beer is on me. So if I see you, say what's up. And that first beer, coffee, it doesn't have to be a beer. It could be a cocktail. It could be a coffee. It could be just a water or a hot tea, whatever you want. You let me know. Picoin is also for the unbanked. 60 million wallets. All righty. Well, that is going to take care of our first half of the show. That's the news. I lost my camera at some point. I have to figure out why these things are not lasting, even though my camera is plugged into the wall. It's not, for whatever reason. It says battery exhausted, which doesn't make sense. Anyway, good thing we got the computer up right here. So we are back up and running. Anyway, make sure you guys smash the like, hit the heart, do the things that you got to do here. I'm going to show you real quick, guys, because there's like 125 of you watching over on X. And so here, I'm just going to, if you're open live video, all right, let's turn the volume down. So say you're watching it like this. You're like, man, that's cool. What a good show. We're having a good time. Probably should talk into the microphone. It might make it easier versus my neck. But watch. So you're watching this like this, and then you just go boop. And look at that. Hit that right there, and then you're back at it. Look at that, full screen again. Guys, if you could do that, go ahead and hit the heart for me. I greatly appreciate it. It will help the channel grow. And if you want to hop on over to YouTube ever, make sure you subscribe there. That is going to be where it's at as well. But obviously, you guys know my main focus is X. I think that the whole idea with what Elon is doing, trying to make a platform for creators that maybe have a better experience than they do on YouTube. We know, being in the crypto space, a lot of our friends get videos taken down, channels shut down, all that kind of stuff, just because we believe in a different system that is crypto. And X, a little bit more crypto friendly, a little bit more free speech friendly in some regard, right? I know there's probably up for debate. That's not what I'm trying to get at, but at least we can talk about crypto and not get our channel shut down like you can on some other platforms that don't want you doing that. But that just means smash the like. Yeah, thank you. Yo, so this is a merch shirt from our friends over at Pussy Monster, meme coin over on Solana. It is a cartoon. They got two cats. They like to fight crime, homelessness, and human trafficking, based here in Atlanta. The founder, Justin Gilmore, is also the founder of the Bitcoin ATM machines, and so he's a super rad guy. We're gonna have them on the show at some point. At some point, I know that we are. And so if you guys want ever, to have a conversation with any of specific coins, just get them in touch with me, and we can talk to them and talk to their founders and all that stuff. And whether it's giving them more exposure or exposing our community to some different options and ideas. And because here's the deal with Web3 is very I think your personal journey is very dependent on who you are and what's your personality like, right? There, if you're into gaming, you can find projects that are heavily into that. If you're into art, obviously that's one thing. If you're into maybe combat sports, you've got different outlets based on interest categories, right? And I think that that's very one. It's maybe not as unique as sometimes I'd like to think or say that it is for what Web3 is, but I think that the ability to connect with other people in that regard is kind of what sets it apart. Anyway, the whole idea is now we need to move on because it is over halfway through the show. Make sure you guys smash the like. We got to move on to our numbers. And so let's do that. Let's open up Coin Market Cap. As you guys know, just like the title of the show, we got the crypto market recovery. We got, at this point, let's take a look, because some things are, a little bit better than what they were. But I feel like we have also seen a little bit of a dipski today, which was good. But, I think we hit, 60, almost 66, or maybe we went like a skosh over it yesterday over the weekend, which was great. Again, hit a nice long, which was fantastic to do over on Femex. We'll take a look at all this stuff, the charts and all that stuff in just a few minutes. But let's take a look at CoinMarketCap and see if we've got any opportunities. But while we're taking a look at it, we've got the whole crypto market itself, not even up 1% today, but things definitely are feeling better. I have an order for a long in about a little bit, about $800 away now. Let's just take a look. So, there we go. I did close up a trade for 8.27% profit, $108. Let's go. So we added that one in there. So we're having, hey, we hit a couple of these, a couple $100 to $400 trades a day. Come on, we're going to stack those things up and have a good time. I think that you guys understand that is something that's very doable if you're patient. Don't try to force some stuff, but there seems to be a lot of opportunities right now. And I think if you guys would like to do more trading, I know we talked about it this morning. The whole idea is maybe have a afternoon show sometime very soon where we have a panelist of people who trade, who look at charts, all that stuff, so we can have a really good blend of ideas and strategies and all that stuff and what other people look at. Because, everybody's got their own, but when you hear maybe something from someone else and something cool from another person, you can blend it into a strategy for yourself. And so I think that'd be kind of fun. So did it hit 66? Yes. So let's see, on Friday, we hit 66,477 was the high. On Saturday, the high was 66,229. And on Sunday, it was 66,70. were the highs, and obviously they fluctuated a little bit throughout the day, but we had seen a nice little dip in the last, today, and I'm hopeful that we'll see another little one that we can, get a nice little entry in, and at some point, things are going to take off. But playing this chop has, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice to be back doing the trading again. Obviously, I murdered my account last year or last bull run. We're not going to do that. Not going to do that this year. Not doing that this time. No more. It's different. It's going to be different this time. I promise. I got way more patience. Now I got a kid, right? I think that's all you need to know is now I got a kid. So I got a fucking ton more patience. So I don't have to chase. I don't have to worry about that stuff. I've got a lot more idea of, and one thing that we learned is that we're not, trying to predict. We're not trying to guess. We're reacting to things. We're setting alerts so that we can make calculated moves. And so, so we don't have to be paying attention to the charts all the time. We do all the pre-leg work and set everything up so that when the time is right, you get the ding dong and then you're in. The ding dong's the alert. I don't know why I said that. I don't usually. That's not my thing. All right, back to coin market cap. Bitcoin 63.1. You got ETH at 24.42. BNB 571. So things are like kind of stabled off. There's really not much. Anything worth looking at potentially buying. Helium, I'm not a helium guy. Popcat. Now that we're doing some more trading, I am going to watch this because from what AJ told me is that this thing has some pretty violent ups and downs. And so we'll start watching for those and maybe take advantage of some of that. Caspa's the one of the coins that I want to possibly put on the portfolio, but I tell you what, like it just keeps going down. Another 3% today, 12% on the week. Now it looks like you got Beam that's down even worse on the week. Interesting, but I did want to add some Caspa. I did want to add some Caspa to the portfolio, but I did not yet. And I just don't know. We'll take a look at the chart when we pull up TradingView and see, if it's time to get in or if it's just time to keep watching. But if it's just going to keep going down, if we get this thing in the 12 or 10 cent range versus 14 cents, I'll be happy with that. But we don't know if it's going to go there. We'll look at the charts. Let's see. What's big? What's down on the week big? Beam 20% render. That's another one, 539. I think when we look at the charts, I'm pretty sure that render might be fairly close to our zone that we circled that we wanted to buy in and that we had missed because it was a really quick candle and a wick that hit our zone, but we didn't get a time, to get in and actually get a trade executed. So I think we might want to add render because we still have that extra 1,000. We still have $1,000 left that was supposed to get allocated to the coins for our October portfolio. And so maybe we'll do that with render, knowing that it's down 20% on the week, so or 18.25%, whatever. So we may do that, or maybe even just pick up some Beam just to take that correction. We'll see. I may do that. That's what we may save that additional $1,000 for, is just to take care of, just to do stuff like that, like just to try to find some free come ups, hit a lick, if you will. We hit a couple licks. You feel it? Tried. Fear and Greed Index at 43. Do they give us a historical if we click on this? Oh, that patience will get tested now, says Brian. I feel that. Cass won't go to 10 cents. Blocky, what do you think it'll go to? Sweet. You guys are right, man. I missed the boat on that. When we were talking about starting this portfolio, Sui was jumping between like the 88 cents to like $1 range. And it was like one of those days where it went up. And I was like, I was going to get it that day. And I was like, well, I'll get it tomorrow. It's going to do its thing where it goes back down. And then it never did. And then it would just keep going up and up and up. And I was like, no, I'll wait for the correction. And now it's over $2. I cannot believe Sui is over $2. Whew. All right, here we go. Here's the CMC Crypto Fear and Greed Index. As you know, typically we'll look at the CoinStats one, but it is not as it's 50. Like it was, maybe it's either it's broken right now, or they don't know what to say because it was literally 50 down the list, and that didn't seem right. So we are currently in the neutral territory on CoinMarketCap and the Fear and Greed Index, and so buyer beware. Buyer beware is what they say in the biz. You feel me? All right. I believe that is it. Let's look at some of these charts because we want to see if there are any entries on some of the coins. And maybe we're looking for, again, most of these are spot targets. Now, this Bitcoin one, I did trade a change over to the futures just because that's what we're looking at the perpetual futures on Femex. That's what I've been trading. So that's the chart that I'll keep open versus the spot target now. But the rest of them should be spot because those are positions that we're adding to the portfolio. Now, if we do end up doing like, it would be wise, in my opinion, at some point to maybe take a long on SWE when it does a correction, like down to 216 right now, up from like I think it hit a new all-time high today, huh? 216. That might be its new all-time high. It might have been, right around that, and then got rejected. We can zoom that out. You guys can see that. So pretty darn close. I don't know. We'll bring this a little bit closer into the mix here. So no. Pretty darn close to it, but no. So this would be 217.98, and today we hit 216.29. So darn close. Almost, about a cent and a half away, somewhere around there. So we'll see what happens with SWE. If this thing does take a big correction, then I would definitely put in a long. I think I'm out of trying to take a spot position just because psychologically, knowing that I had a chance to get it in the 80-cent range and below, but didn't take advantage of that because I was being greedy with it, and then it just moved so fast. It's just one of those. Just one of those, like Binance. Like, I won't buy any more BNB token because I'm sure you guys have heard my story back in my early days of crypto. When we all got, like, when you signed up for your Binance account, you had gotten like a ton of Binance coins for free, and I had sold and I'd gotten a bunch more because, like, you used it to make your trade fees lower, which like most exchanges have now. And I tell you what, man, like, when that thing ripped up to $8, I thought I was the king, and within weeks, maybe just a few months, it had popped up to like $600, and at least four something, and it was just depressing. All right, but so that's why I stay away from BNB, and that's no big deal. There's thousands of other coins. Like, it doesn't have to, right? And I know it'll do well, right? Just because it's Binance and how they're positioned with the industry, but. All right, so that's Bitcoin. We are looking for an entry at 62,276. So that's what I have got lined up here. Here's Bitcoin right here. We're on the wrong one. So we just kind of been trading in this zone here for a little bit here. This looks like it goes back to August, and we can see right here, we've just been bouncing around in this 54 to 65 range. We are ready. And there's a lot of different patterns you can see and look at, and all the potentials and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, let's get it. It's gonna go at some point. We know it is. This could be. I mean, look at this. This is probably long enough now to where we could draw this, right? So we could be on this ascending move. I don't know when these things were. We'll set this up here. Now let's bring this where that was right there. All right, so maybe we're in the triangle of love here with Bitcoin. Maybe we're on an ascending triangle of love. This would be fantastic, especially if we happen to have caught this long. If we get this thing to come down and pick up our order, and then we catch this thing, and then we ride this thing through, the next couple days or weeks. I'm not really. I feel like, the opportunity that you could hit one of those trades and stay in for the bull run and make whatever. I feel like if you just constantly were getting in and getting out, it may be better for your mental health versus kind of always having that PTSD of is it going to dip, or if this thing stalls out and we hit like some sideways action or whatever, like, are you going to get crushed on funding fees waiting for it to go up, all that kind of stuff. Let's see. We can look at Gotti for sure. I'll pull that up. I don't think you can find it on TradingView anymore. It used to be on here, but we can look on Dex Tools. All right, we'll look on Dex Tools after we get through this list for sure. All right, so let's look at Fetch. Fetch is one that we wanted to get. It is still continuing to go up. It's respecting the trend since we started changing the look and feel of this, because they all, pretty much all the coins that are on this list that we're looking at are ones that at one point were ready to break out. They were looking juicy. Some did break out, some broke out and then came back down. Some never came back down, and maybe some are tried sideways right now, and so these are the coins that we did some research on, and we wanted to add them to the portfolio. Some are, and some we are still looking at adding. So we've got Fetch, ASI, as you guys know, the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. That is going to be renamed, and the whole, I'm sure, migration, all that stuff will be done at some point, but currently still FET is the ticker. AI powerhouse in this bull run. This one's going to do very well. So again, respecting the trend here. This is one that we could buy. It seems to be on the lower end of the trend line anyway. So, this is something that we want to take a look at. The graph is one that we did add to our portfolio. We're going to look at the balances. And you know what? Let's look at the balances right now. That may be better to do before we look at the charts. All right. So as you guys see right here, so our portfolio, the breakdown was we were going to have $5,000 in coins, in whether it was altcoins or meme coins or whatever they happen to be, right? So it was going to do 5,000 in coins and 1,000 in stable coins, so we could buy dips, do all that kind of stuff. And so right now, how we have allocated out, we'll go from the bottom up so you guys can see this. So this Jasmine order was $1,000 when I bought it. The Pith order was $1,000 when I bought it. The Graph was $1,000, so you can see it's up 20, almost 22%. We've got XRP, that was $1,000 when I bought it. You know that I bought that thing live on stream. It was 58 cents. So I think 57.5, 58, somewhere on there, and then basically immediately dropped to 52 cents. So we've since recovered a little bit, but that was right when the SEC said that they were going to appeal the decision. There is our $1,000 in stablecoin, and then I did the tether. This is the tether that is actually the USDT that I've got on Femex that we're trading with. And so it was 1,000. It's now 1,432. And so I think the whole idea is what we should do is take that $1,000, and we are going to trade that. We're going to try to trade that up to, our first goal is going to be 10,000, right? So 1,000 to 10,000. So we got to do that, and then from there, obviously we'll do from the 10,000 to the 100,000, and if we're lucky enough to make it there, we'll go from 100 to 1 million, and that's going to be the goal. Those are going to be the goals as we go through the bull run, and with that, and so we'll hopefully start with $1,000, and we'll see where we go, man. So hopefully you guys come around the line. So make sure you smash the fucking like button, hit the heart on X if you want to join that journey. You're more than welcome to, and I just threw the smashing the like in there as kind of like a pumped up motivator. So hopefully that worked, and you guys just started saying fuck yeah, I'm gonna hit the heart on this thing, I'm gonna like this video for once. I'm sick of this guy asking. So here we go. Bitcoin 62,964. Love that. Love to see Bitcoin coming back down, because I want my order to fill. I want that to fill. All right. So now you guys can see this is the portfolio, and I will just, before the show, take a screenshot of this so that you can see how things are working. And eventually we'll integrate this into something that maybe is a better living document, so you can kind of see. And if you want to play along and trade, because, this is the October portfolio, right? This is our October portfolio, and obviously it'll morph into November and beyond or whatever. But right now we're trying to see what we can do, starting with $6,000. It was 5,000 in coins, and then 1,000 that we're going to just we're just going to keep that in trading. That's going to be our trading fund. So a $6,000 allocation, see what kind of damage we can do in the month of October. So let's go. All right, back to the charts. Back to the charts, they say. So on the graph here, as you can see, we are one that is, I am very, very excited about the graph potential in what they've got going on in this bull run. And so, there are some competitors that are coming out, but I think that the market share that the graph is going to have, the name that they've built and the reputation at this point, they've got the step ahead, but we'll see how it goes. I do know that some people are tagging me on some projects that are going to be some competition in the graph, so we'll see how it goes. But I like the graph, and there we are with that one in the triangle of love, if you will. So hopefully we'll see this thing keep going up and then break out as soon as it hits, wherever this resistance level is at 19 cents just before it hopefully we can blast through there and send this baby on up to 25 cents. ICP is one that we really wanted to add to the portfolio, and then it got away from us. As you can see, we were looking at it, and then all of a sudden it shut up when we said, man, so if this thing comes back down, this is where we're going to get it. And then look at that. You saw this thing that wicked down there and then blasted back up there. So we didn't get an opportunity. But now, and then when was this? This was Thursday last week. I missed that. Didn't see that it was in here, but it is back down here towards our buy zone that we really wanted to get it at. So we'll be patient. Again, that's the name of the game here, is being patient. We've got other opportunities that we can be looking at, and that we've got this as reference. So if we see this thing come back down, hey, maybe we sell out of a position that is in profit, and we see what goes on there. So ICP is one that I really do want to have at some point in the bull run. I'm gonna be a little greedy and see if this thing comes back down. I do know that it has made obviously higher highs the last 3, which is always a great sign. So that potentially might not happen. But between this low and this low, we did. It's a little bit higher. All right. Well, we might not see ICP come down too much lower. So it might have to be shit or get off the pot time. What do you guys think? Is it shit or ICP? I would avoid. All right. I'll do my research. Low risk trades, you can use 25x. Yeah, I'm using 15 right now. That's what I've got. That's what I've been using, is 15 on my Bitcoin trades. Injective is one that we were looking at way down lower. This thing came up, since fell down. Obviously, what was this last week? Tuesday the 1st. Yeah, so this one had a nice little fall from grace from 23, because this thing pumped down to 19, but sitting at 21 now. If this thing does drop down and we get it into some of these other support levels, we'll see what happens. But not making a buy on Injective yet. Jasmine, as you know, this is one of the ones that we bought. This thing came up, was in the triangle of love. It tested the trend line from way back, and we'll see. This is not scientific evidence and proof of these lines here. This is just kind of an estimate. But as you can see, it tested it, got rejected, came back down to basically our support level down here, coming down to the floor. So we're coming into the triangle of love, ladies and gentlemen, on Jasmine. So hopefully this one has a nice little pump ski that'll help the portfolio here. So I'm banking on a nice pump before the end of October here. Now our triangle of love takes us into November, but from what I understand, Jasmine's going to have a big run, so we're hanging on to it. As I was saying earlier, Caspa. Oh man, Caspa. I really this one is, look at this. Like, some things pumped and ripped. This thing is just down in the tubes. And I just don't know where this is going to go. And you said Caspa's not going to 10 cents. This thing has not shown any sign of recovery whatsoever. Let's just say definitely since September. But I would say that it has been shit in the bed since early August. So I'm going to keep watching this one. I would like to see it. And maybe 10 cents was a little much. Like, maybe that is just a little much. We could probably pull the charts and say, maybe somewhere around 14. Well, no, that's where it's at right now. 12.5 cents, maybe 12.5 cents is probably a little bit more realistic of where to find that. What do you think? 22 cents for Caspa soon? I mean, we'll have to see. I feel like this thing is going to have to come down, and it would be wise, honestly, I think, at this point, knowing that it has plunged through some of this historical support, and we are down here. We need to figure out where the next level is. And we need to start setting our alarms, because if we hit that and bounce, like, we got to go big, because if it's going to turn around and make that turn, we want to make sure that we capitalize on it. Again, that's one that we want in the portfolio. We've talked to a couple people in the community. You're fighting the Caspa miner pressure to pay electric. I mean, that's true. I mean, that's one of those proof of work problems that you have. So, whoa. We'll see if we can. We'll keep watching. Again, I will chart out where the bottom is on this. So we've probably got, let's do, all right. So we've got here, let's say here. We'll do one more, probably. Yeah, that was a support. That was a resistance and then a support level there. So I would say what I'm going to do is, we'll set an alarm here. Very easy to do, guys, in case you haven't done that. You just click your line, hit the alert right there on it. And then I want to make sure once per bar. I don't need to be alerted every time, just once per bar. And always check your notifications. Make sure you set up so I get an email and then it notifies in the app, and I get an email as well when things are happening. That's what you want. So then there you go, create. So if Caspa touches that line, then I start paying attention again, right? And then then we'll see where we go. And if we can get it down there between that 12.5 and 13-cent range, that'll be a nice pickup, I think. Especially if that thing's going to shoot to 22 cents soon. Absolutely. Near is one that kind of got out of the reach, and it hasn't really come back down. I do like where Near is going. Big fan of the project. It's just it didn't make the portfolio. It is what it is. Pith did make the portfolio. We are sitting in our little range here between like 25 and 40 cents. Seeing what is going to happen over the next couple of weeks. Pith is going to be massive in the bull run. Massive, massive, massive. I think the Chainlink has the market share on that right now, but not for long. And I'm a Chainlink guy. I have Chainlink, and I have a stack of Link, but I don't think that they are going to lead the Oracle space moving forward after this bull run. Render, as you guys know, is one that I want to get in, is so bad as well. This one is coming back down. It just really came close to our touch point zone the other day, but we didn't pull the trigger on it because I don't think it's done dropping. It respected the trend line from way back when in June, where it got up, flirted around with it for a couple days, and then came back down. Maybe it was timing of the entire market. Maybe it was the right thing for that particular coin, this particular coin to do. But this thing, knowing that it is in our triangle of love zone, and we've got a couple support levels, we are going to see what happens. If we can get this thing down close to the low $4 range, that is where we are going to load up on Render for the bull run. Solana 146. I'm not going to look at the chart there. SWE makes me sad, but man, we could have got this thing at like 72 cents for this portfolio challenge too, but we fucked that one up. Fucked that one up big time. VeChain. I don't think I'm going to add VeChain to the portfolio. It could also be one of those indicators that it's going to have a great run. But for right now, this thing is just struggle bus, man. Loved it way better when it was over 10 cents, closer to 10 to 15 cents. And then obviously the run up to 28 cents was amazing. But this thing has just been straight struggle bus in the 2-cent range. So we'll see what happens. I'm long-term VeChain. It is not doing anything to warrant being put into the portfolio for this particular event that we're doing here. XRP, as you know, that we bought $1,000 of it and it proceeded to drop immediately. But it is what it is. XRP don't care. No one cares. The SEC can F themselves. No one cares. XRP is going to be massive. This may be the start of a new little, let's see, we'll just draw that for shits and giggles. You never know. You never know what that'll turn out to be. But, right now, XRP, it's not doing much. But when the time is right, that thing is going to rip. And so if we get into the month and it hasn't moved and it's time to make some different moves, we will do that. And we'll get rid of the XRP for a little while. But long term, I mean, you got to have some XRP long term. Maybe just not for Pumptober. The Karate Combat token, this might be a time to buy. It is actually sitting at a support level right now, or shortly there at it. And saw a red diamond on it today. So we got an event coming up soon. There is always activity around it. This is going to be a big event. They are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger every single month. And so with that being said, to scoop up some Karate Combat token while it is cheap, that is probably the move if you do decide to do that. Now, this is probably the Ethereum version of it, right? If this is USDT. USD. Yeah, you would want to make sure that you are getting the H bar version. If you want to get Karate Token to participate in up only voting or betting on your fighters to to win the outcome of their fights, you can do that in the app, right? You sign up for the app, you get 88 free coins. You can add more H bar and convert that to the Karate Token. I would strongly urge that if you want to participate, that you get everything through HBAR, right? Because it's faster, cheaper, and easier to use. You can use Ethereum to participate, but it is very hard. The bridge system sucks, and the founders of the league have said, for now, the best user experience is to do the HBAR way into the app. So that being said, the fight is Friday. You would have to have your tokens in the app by Wednesday afternoon. They've got the 48-hour snapshot. Again, because you're not going to lose anything, they got to know how many coins are the total prize pool, how many, because again, the fighters get paid out, and again, you don't lose any tokens. You can only win if you vote correctly. And so again, the snapshot happens 48 hours before the fights. That is on Friday, and then the voting opens up on Thursday and closes 1 hour before the fight. So that's the schedule for Karate Combat for the week and the token. If you're trying to get some, get it. And why also I feel like HBAR is the way to get that is because HBAR has not performed very well itself over the last several months. A lot of other coins have done much better than it has. And so with that being said, I feel like you're also getting a value there. So you're, if you're getting your HBAR wherever you're getting it, it's kind of a discount right now, in my opinion. And so that being said, make sure that you guys check that out. Let's see. We looked at that. We wanted to look at DEX tools, right? Let's check. See if we can find the Gotti chart. All right, here we go. We'll look at some of our favorite coins here really quick. We got our fan Brett Gold over on Solana, crushing it today, 36%. Look at that. A little bit of a sell-off here this afternoon, but had a solid day, solid couple days, actually. Has been on the charge since the 4th. Shout out to those guys. I know Doodle's fighting Friday. I don't know if I think Keith is actually back. I think Keith, Ellie Paisan, they're all back. If I'm not mistaken, I saw him post a video. So shout out to them. Hopefully we'll see all the fam, all my Squid Grow fam here in Salt Lake City at the middle of the week here. Speaking of Squid Grow, up almost 1% today since the migration. This thing has been a little bit of a struggle, but you can see down but not out. A lot of fluctuation. There is a strong community behind this and some strong leadership and a very strong team. So. All right, let's look at the Gotti chart. Let's see. Can we make this bigger? Let's see. We get rid of that. There we go. All right, so let's pull this thing out. I want to pull this thing now. This is going to be a little bit of a tough thing to look at because it had such a massive run. When this thing ran up to 4K, all right, here we go. So I think that maybe we don't want to do the weekly. Let's do the daily. And we'll do the 3-day. We'd like to get more of a long term. Now, I mean, either way you slice it, like the chart doesn't look all that good. It's had a really, really, really strong takeoff, and I think the amount of tokens in circulation because there are only 38,000, if there are even that left. Wait, it should tell me right here. Yeah, 38.08 thousand total supply. Well, it started with 50K. And so, we've since, every morning on the show, M-Kid, and shout out to M-Kid, man. He's one of the guys that's going to be, dealing with the storm. So shout out to anybody down in Florida, man. Stay safe, stay dry. Let me know if there's anything we can do. But, he comes and chats with us every morning, and, he's fully transparent. There was a lot of tokens that were given out. And, much like, some other ecosystems that, or another token, Pussy Monster, that had a high a high rate of exposure, right? I think Gotti kind of had the same thing where, there were a lot of friends and people that were early supporters or whatever in the project that, I mean, when you saw that thing rip up to $4,000, $4,400 a piece, there was a lot of sell off. And so I think there was a lot of exposure. And so now you're starting to see a lot of the exposure burn off. And that's why you see the chart go down the way that it is. But again, with a token that is in such short supply like this, like right now, 339.56 token is only available. You can only buy 339. So, like, for instance, there's 184 people. And so with 184 people, like, say 10 people said, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to buy one of these. The number on that coin would move so fast just because of the sheer supply. There's only 300 and some of it, 339 available to buy on the market. The way that balance is that thing rips up so fast. But I think a lot of people are scared of what it was and where it is. But they maybe are having a hard time understanding the whole supply and demand and the tokenomics of it. And once you get the right group of people that understand that, a couple buys and that thing goes right back to where it was. I don't know how you could have that many more buys than sells with all the burns and price go down like this. I think honestly there was just people that were given allocations, large allocations that I know that everybody that we do the giveaways to in the morning, and it is what it is, right? You can't shame people into hanging on to these things, but everybody sells. And there's nothing that I can say like, hey, make sure you hold on to this. It's like, congratulations, you won. Here's your $100. But the truth be told is that I think over 95% of the people sell. And so there's constant sell pressure every day. And, I don't want to, I'm not going to be the one to say, hey, listen, maybe we should stop this because it's really, it's great for the community. And at some point, we will see when there's more activity in the market, guys, we will see more buys than sells in a much bigger capacity. All right. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't either. And hey, I was buying tokens at 3K myself personally. I was buying tokens at $3,000. And so I'm still hanging on to those. And those are, some of the ones that if I give away personal tokens out of my bag, I mean, those are some of those, right? And so, I'm with you guys. I'm a holder. I believe in MKit. I believe in what he's doing. He doesn't need to be here, doesn't need to be doing any of this, but he hangs out with us every day. And so, you invest, people that you trust. And not that trust is probably not the right word to use in crypto, but you guys understand what I'm saying. He's present. He's there every single day. He doesn't hide. He's not in the shadows. But the chart doesn't look good. I'm not going to lie to you, but that can change very easily with just the right attention and the right couple buys. So we'll hopefully we can think about as a community, maybe the breakfast community, we can find another campaign that we can maybe start to get people to hold to be token holders versus just trying to sell for that $100. But again, it is what it is. You can't tell someone what to do with their money when they get it, and that's one of the biggest challenges with the giveaways is that most of the time people just want to take that profit. And now there are people that have won that are in the Ganadi community that are not selling, but there are people who have won multiple times that sell every time the moment they get it. But again, it is what it is. We will find ways to make sure that we continue to have community members that are there every single day win those awards. And so I'm trying to make sure that and that's why I get so excited when it's actually someone in our community that wins. But we're gonna do something special for our YouTube guys this week at some point. I'm not going to tell you when it is because I don't want people to just you have to have kind of been watching the YouTubes to make sure that you qualify. So anyway, I think that's about it. I think that shuts it up for the week. Or the week. What's wrong with me for today? Yes, absolutely. Yep. You guys are absolutely hitting the right. And listen, the people that are part of the community, the people that receive these and the win the awards again that are part of them. That's why I get excited because I know that those people are holding. There are a lot of non-community members that win, and that's okay. That's kind of the point is that we are bringing new people into our community every single day. And so, at the end of the day, we'll figure this out, guys. The chart will get better. Attention will get better. Solana will get more expensive, and the Gotti price will. And I'm not a team member, so I can talk about prices. I have a feeling this thing is going to go back up like crazy at some point, and so I'm excited for it. That's why I haven't sold a single one of my coins, and I don't intend on doing it either, because I know the potential and I see where this is going. And again, it's crypto, baby. So with that being said, that is the end of the day. The show is over. Go home. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, as they say in the bar system. But that is it. We will see you at the breakfast table tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Guys, if you ever want to be a part of that show, all you got to do is join the space, raise your hand. And I think that's it. And there's going to be some fun stuff that we do the rest of this week. If I can go live on scene with other people, I will absolutely be doing that. I'm trying to find ways to get the iPad to hook up to a better camera, which seems to be almost plug and play. So I think I might have that solved. If I can hook that thing up to the Sony, it would be sweet. So anyway, that is my thing to deal with over the next couple days. I don't know about tomorrow afternoon for this 4 p.m. show. It all depends on what I get done today. I'm leaving Wednesday morning, but I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you smash the like button on your way out. If you're watching on Hex, just turn your phone and hit the heart. Do me a solid. Let's see. Did anybody even do it? Nope. Y'all suck. I love you guys. I'm just kidding. All right, that's it. See you guys tomorrow morning. Ciao for now.